This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good evening, everybody, as we welcome you to Preston Gym. As tonight, the Preston Indian boys take the floor as they'll be taking on the Pocatello Indians tonight. Of course, Preston, who's won 10 straight, they come into the game tonight with a overall record of 13-1. They're 5-1 in conference. Pocatello's on a pretty good run right now themselves. They've won 3 straight, and they've also won 5 out of the last 6. As Lyle Fuller joins me on the broadcast tonight, you never want to hit somebody when they're in a roll, in rhythm, and that's exactly what's happening with Pocatello tonight.
Yeah, the Pocatello Indians looking to get back to state. It's been several years for them, but they're coming off a big win over Jerome. They hammered Jerome, and they'll come in with a lot of confidence here tonight, and I'm sure we'll get their best shot.
Yep, exactly. That win over Jerome was a 69-33 drubbing. They outscored them just in the third quarter, 29-4. For Preston, their last outing was here against Canyon Ridge last weekend, and they knocked off Canyon Ridge by 30 points. 75-45 was the final. Luke Smaley with 14 points. Cooper Hobson had 21. Kind of an off night for Ty Hyde, a little bit of foul trouble. He spent most of the second half on the bench as he only had 6 points in the game, but it was nice to see the other guys step up.
Yeah, and great to see that balanced scoring, see Luke get in there for 14, and that'll help the Indians. I really think Preston's a better team when Luke's looking for his own shot just a little more on offense. He does a great job distributing, but I'd like to see him score just a little more. I'm glad to see that double-figure scoring out of Luke.
The win the other night moved Preston up to the top spot in the Great Basin Conference, the spot they would certainly like to have and hang on to. They're a game ahead in the loss column ahead of Minico. But also, a couple of days ago, the new polls came out. Hadn't had a poll update for a while, but Preston moves up a couple of spots. They're now second in the media poll in the state and second in the coaches poll as well.
Yeah, a lot of respect for this Preston Indian program that Tyler Jones has built over the last several years. You come off 3 state championships. You're not going to sneak up on anybody, but good to see the Indians, being recognized for the success they've had this year. Again, with a new bunch, it's a new starting 5 and everything. So, it's got to be good to be right up there. The only problem, Dan, as we talked about off the air a little bit, is right up there with us, amongst us, nestling shoulder to shoulder with us, is everybody else in our district, it feels like. Right. So.
Yep. One thing you point out about the coaches poll is even though Preston is second, Twin Falls is still ranked first. Preston had more first place votes than Twin Falls did, a 12-8 margin.
Yeah, and at the end of last year, just looking at who was coming back, I don't have a vote, but I would have given a vote to Twin Falls to be number 1. They're big, and they brought everybody back from a good team last year. But, it's fun to see year to year the growth, because it's not about who's playing the best in December. It's about who gets better throughout the year. So.
Right, exactly. So ought to be interesting. We'll take a timeout. We'll chat with Coach Tyler Jones when we come back on the pregame show. You're watching Preston Indian basketball on mylocalradio.com.
Institution for details. So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Spent a couple of minutes with Tyler Jones before this game with the Pocatello Indians as they come over here to Preston tonight. What happened the other night in that in the last game you played? Is something happened about halfway through the first quarter, and they started to get it all of a sudden. They went on a tremendous run.
Yeah, first couple of minutes were kind of stagnant there, and then our defense. We pressured them, and we were able to get a lot of turnovers that led to easy layups, and we just kind of got rolling there, and that was fun to watch once we got that going, and to see the transition. That's one of our strengths. When we can get going in transition, we can be really good, and I thought the other night that was a real bonus for us.
So I think you can go back and watch that tape and figure out that good defense really does set up good offense.
Yeah, I mean, you're shooting layups. It's a lot better than having to go against five guys and against in a set. So no, it was good, and our length, we have some long length and quickness, and when we use that, it's a real strength for us, and that's something that, as we get late into the year here, these big games, we're going to have to really rely on that defense and our length.
Good team offense. Ty was down with a little bit of foul trouble, didn't play much in the second half, but then Hobson and Smaley and Dunn all stepped up.
Yeah, and again, teams are going to really focus on Ty a lot, and others are going to have to step up. It's going to be tough some nights for him to get it, but if other people can step up and we hit the open guy, we have weapons, and that's one thing on any given night, anybody can step up for us.
You never want to try to catch a team when they're hot, but you get Pocatello coming in there tonight. They've won 3 straight in 5 out of 6.
Yeah, and they're dangerous. I went and watched them Tuesday night. They're fearless. They're really confident, and you can see it as they play. And tonight in the younger games, you see that as well. They're JV. They're here. They came to play. Their freshmen are beating us pretty good over there right now. So, it's tough. They're confident and they're hungry. They have that hunger, and we've kind of had their number, over the years. And they're coming down here tonight. They want a battle. They expect to win. So we've got to match that intensity, and we've got to play to our strengths tonight.
What type of things do you expect out of them?
Well, what's tough is they're all 5. They all can shoot, so they really spread you out and they attack the basket, and then they'll kick to shooters. And their big guy, all 5 guys shoot 3, so it's a tough matchup. You got to come out and bring our bigs out to guard them, and they kind of go in bunches. They might miss 5 in a row, but then they hit 3 in a row and they can score quick. So the 3-point shot's going to be big tonight because they live and die by it, and we've got to defend that 3 tonight.
That creates problems on the board as they try to move people out, especially get Ty out away from the basket.
Yeah, and normally you shoot long shots, it's long rebounds, and they're scrappy. They play 100 miles an hour, and that's where they hurt people on those offensive rebounds. So we're going to have to play well tonight. It's going to be a good test. They're 7-2 in the league. We're 8-2 technically with the doubles, so it's a big game in the standings, and you got to protect that home court.
It should be a good one. We're looking forward to it.
Okay, thank you.
That's Coach Tyler Jones with us here on the pregame show. Take a time out. Back with more right after this on mylocalradio.com.
As the seasons change, it's a good time to take a close look at your car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Preston and Pocatello, which should be an interesting matchup. And Lyle Fuller, you heard the comments of Tyler Jones just a few minutes before you got here. Interested to see what your perspective might be tonight, considering what Coach Jones talked about.
Well, I think, excuse me, keys for the game for Preston would include closing out on their three-point shooters, but as you get out there, you have to break down in your stance a little bit. You can't just run at them full tilt, and then getting those long rebounds when they do come off on the defensive side. On the offensive side, I don't think it's any secret probably to any of the coaches or anybody in the gym, really. We've got to get it inside to Ty, get established, play inside out. I don't think they have anybody who can really guard him one-on-one in the post. If they want to double, that'll create opportunities for our shooters. Whether we can get out and run or not, I don't know. We like to run, but so does Pocatello. So.
Worried or bother you the fact that all five guys want to come out and shoot threes? Because Ty's going to have to step out and guard somebody.
Yeah, I mean, it pulls your big guy and your best rebounder away from the basket, and mismatches work both ways, of course, and they'll give up something on the inside when Ty has the ball too. So, hopefully you hope that Ty doesn't get cheap fouls trying to guard guys on the perimeter, because you're not used to, as a big guy, you're not used to getting down in that stance and moving in your defensive slide and all that kind of stuff.
You made the comment when Pocatello came on the floor that they're big. I think average height size is probably a little bit bigger than we are.
Yeah, and in years past they've been pretty small, at least the kids that played a lot, they're starters, but this year I think they've got some good size. They don't really list their heights on their roster, which they haven't done for a number of years, partly because they were just small. Could have just put an S, I guess, for small. But I know one of their better players here is the Brown kid. His older brother was a really good player that came through here a year or two ago, and I think was playing some college ball somewhere. We know he's dangerous. Rom Rail's a real good player for them. But, I think if we can get it inside to Ty, we'll have an advantage there when we have the ball.
Well, it ought to be interesting indeed, as we invite you to stay tuned. The starting lineups and the opening tip coming up in just a couple of minutes. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Franklin County Medical Center. At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to a normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medical and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you a treatment plan designed to get you back on your feet. Call today, Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet. And one of the Preston players has needed their services today. We'll talk a little about that when we come back. Stay tuned. The opening tip and the starting lineups are next on MyLocalRadio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap. Drops back. Whoa, changes mind. Down the sideline. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Casasa! Unbelievable! Did you see that? Casasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Casasa? We're glad you asked that. Casasa. It's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Casasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for free Casasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCU.
When it comes to major surgery, think small. Small town, that is. At Franklin County Medical Center, the surgical capabilities are anything but small. Partnered with the top surgeons and specialists in the region to provide advanced care to those living in southeastern Idaho. Whether it's cataract surgery, women's surgery, gallbladder removal, trauma, even a full hip or knee replacement, they have you covered. And now, they're among the few hospitals in southeastern Idaho able to remove kidney stones. See just how big the surgical capabilities really are. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
If you're in the empty nester stage of life, preparing for retirement, or considering downsizing, let me suggest you consider Blue Sage Park as your new home.
This all-new community for over 55 active adults is now under construction by Ralph's Construction, the builders of many fine custom homes in Franklin County. That same quality is going into the new homes at Blue Sage Park.
Choose from 3 plans, each with over 1,400 square feet of living space on one level with a 2 or 3 car garage, 2 bedrooms, and lots of special features. These beautiful new 2-bedroom homes include large marble showers, vaulted ceilings, gas fireplaces, a park and green space for family fun, and large closets with custom organizers. Larry and Cody Ralphs are building this community for the over 55 age group with no steps, no maintenance, and a beautiful home that you own.
The first model is nearing completion, and you'll soon be able to see it for yourself. Blue Sage Park, now being built for your future at 3rd East and 3rd North in Preston.
This is Preston Indians basketball. All the excitement of the best basketball action in Idaho is just ahead. Tonight's game is brought to you by Lewiston State Bank, Franklin County Medical Center, My Local Radio, West Motors, Stokes Market True Value, S&T Electric, Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, Idaho Salvage, Webb Funeral Home, Ron Keller Tire, Valley Implement, and Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Tonight's game is a presentation of Preston Broadcasting LLC and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any use of the descriptions or accounts of this game without the express written consent of Preston Broadcasting LLC is strictly prohibited. National anthem's been played, the flag's been rolled back up, and we're about ready to play some basketball here at Preston Gym. Tonight we welcome you in with us, Dan Hubbard along with Lyle Fuller, as we welcome you here to mylocalradio.com and this game tonight for the Preston Indians. 13-1, they've won 10 in a row, and Pocatello comes in at 6-5. They've won 3 straight and 5 out of 6. Starting lineups first tonight for the Pocatello Indians. Caden Hales, a junior, will get a start. Isaac Brown, who is a 5'5 senior, he'll also start tonight. Sheldon Romrell, who's kind of a long kid, he'll get a start tonight as well. Jaden Downs, a junior, Hales a junior as well. And then also getting a start tonight is Tyler Olson. He is a senior. They dim the lights. Time to meet the starters for the 13-1 Preston Indians.
And now the starting lineup for your Preston Indians. Junior number 1,
Cooper Hobson will start tonight. He is 6'4". He's a junior. Had 21 points the other night against Canyon Ridge. Scott Dunn, a 6'2 junior, also starts this evening. Luke Smaley had a season high against Canyon Ridge. He had 14 points. Riley Parker had one of his better games as well against Canyon Ridge with 10. And Ty Hyde only ended up with 9 points in the game. But we mentioned before we went to commercial break that someone needed some therapy and some treatment. It was Ty Hyde, who woke up with a very stiff neck this morning. The trainers have been working on him all day, and the last time I talked to him, just before when the JV game was still going on, I asked him how he was feeling. He said, you know what, just tip the ball, give me a little adrenaline, I'll be fine.
Right. If he can get loose and limber. Hopefully that'll work out here tonight. We'll keep an eye on that one for Ty. He looks like he's ready to go. Looked fine in warm-ups.
Sheldon Romrell will jump center as they stand out in mid-court, waiting for the Indians to break huddle and come out. The one thing that really helped Preston in their win over Canyon Ridge, very consistent scoring. 21 in the first, 21 in the second. They had 22 in the third, and then only 11 in the fourth because they've taken all their starters out and there was a running clock. As the ball's tapped in for one of the rare times this year, Preston does not control the opening tap as it's taken by Pocatello. Downs out top to Isaac Brown. Gets it back, now they swing it back around. Now down low and off the hands and out of bounds. They try to get it down low to Tyler Olson and had to go off his hands and out of bounds.
Yeah, just Olson mishandled the pass. Maybe a little bit of nerves on the part of Pocatello.
I mean, this is their shot. This is their shot at the big guy on the block.
Yeah, a year or two ago when they beat Preston, it must have been 2 years ago, boy, they celebrated like they'd won the Super Bowl.
Down low, they get it to Hyde, lay it up and in. Nothing wrong with the neck, I can tell you that right now. So Ty gets an easy layup inside. And the Preston again comes out in that half-court zone trap. Hales, high off the glass, goes in, comes out, stays out. Rebound to Hyde. He'll hand it to Smaley.
It was all the way in, it looked like.
Wow. I was about to say it's going to be a 2-2 tie, then it snuck itself back out. Smaley comes around the screen all the way. Left-hand layup is good. If he starts getting confidence in that strong move to the basket, that opens up a whole new dimension of the offense.
Yeah, when he's dangerous as a finisher, then it really opens up those passes as well.
As Ty comes over, blocks it, and draws the foul. And Caden Hales is going to go to the line.
Looked pretty good from here, Dan. Now, Ty had a big run up. He ran in from the three-point line and jumped up and swatted that thing. But
saw Tyler Jones in your picture. Came over to talk to the official. He did not agree with that call at all. So here's Caden Hales to shoot two. First one is good. The one thing I wish some of these other coaches were required to put out stats. Now, I understand they all want to be like Vince Lombardi and have the best supplies possible.
Right.
But it certainly makes for a better broadcast if I knew a little bit more about each individual player as he makes them both.
Sure.
4-2, Indian. And I got to say Preston tonight, as both teams are Indians.
Yeah, both Indians.
Smaley has it, turns and looks back over toward the bench. Brings it back over to the left side as Parker comes out to set the screen. So Smaley goes around it. Now, again, they'll try to set something else up this time. As he comes left, it's swatted away, but it's picked up by Cooper Hobson. Back down low, it comes to Hyde. They triple team him along the baseline, throw it up, and he traveled.
They swarmed by at least three Pocatello players. Managed to throw something up off the backboard. It gets called for traveling before he does.
And you can see what their defensive strategy is going to be. It's going to be to really make Ty work through a whole bunch of bodies to try to get a basket as that goes off the hands of Isaac Brown and out of bounds.
Got another unforced error on the Pocatello Indians there. Let's see if we can capitalize with a basket.
School's back in session. All the kids are back. Nice to have the students back with us, making a whole lot of noise.
Yeah, Mr. Manning and the band as well. Great to have them tonight.
Smaley thought about it, takes a one-bounce dribble, steps in and hits it. Luke's got four quick here in the first quarter. 5:40 to play. 6-2, Preston on top.
Ooh,
they just do get the ball across the timeline. They get it to Brown. Steps up top of the key, now gives it off to Downs. His three is no good. Quick rebound by Hyde. Fast outlet. Here comes Dunn. He's stripped, but a foul.
Ty with that two-handed strong rebound, then a great outlet pass. Hits a streaking Dunn. That worked in football too, from quarterback to wide receiver.
Yeah, we have seen that before, haven't we?
Right.
So Scotty will go to the line to shoot two. First one is good. The foul went on Jordan Downs. That's his first on the team for Pocatello. That's one team foul each. as Dunn makes the first. He made them both. So 8-2. Preston leads Pocatello here. 5:20 to play here in the first.
Boy, traveled.
Is looking to go somewhere with the ball. Dunn got a hand on it. Dunn took it away. Controlled by Dunn. Up into the front court. He'll give it to Luke as the defenders are back. Wants to drive. Now gets it back out top to Smaley. 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. As Preston's off to a pretty good start so far here tonight. To Hobson, he hits this. He does. Things are gonna look flowery the rest of the night.
Yeah. Set a good high screen there for Cooper to spring him for a three.
Timeout called by Pocatello. If they'll take a timeout, we'll squeeze one in here as well real quick. Back with more after this on mylocalradio.com.
As the seasons change, it's a good time to take a close look at your car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
Tomorrow night, we're going to be over in Burley as the girls take the floor again after their disappointing loss last night at Century. They'll take on the Burley Bobcats tomorrow night, as we'll have that game for you, not only on my local radio, but we'll also be on the radio tomorrow night as well. 105.5 FM and AM 1340 KACH. Shot no good from outside, rebound inside, put back again.
Both of our big guys had the shooter bracketed, so no one was left to rebound.
They gave the points to Sheldon Ramrell, his first 2 points of the game. 11-4, Preston on top. Smaley goes in the corner to Hobson. Skip pass comes all the way across to Dunn. Look inside, trying to get it to Hyde. They can't, as the defense really boxes in on him. Boy, they collapse hard on him, too.
Yeah.
The inside-out game is going to be important tonight. Hyde from the right elbow. Needs a bounce, won't get it. Tapped by Parker, saved by Dunn. Scotty drives baseline and then lost the ball, taken out of midair by Ramroll. Gives it off to Hales, or to Brown rather, I should say, up into the front court. Back to Brown in the corner. Back to Ramroll at the right elbow, underneath. Nice pass, goes down low to Trey Huff for his first 2 points on a nice layup.
Yeah, good interior passing by Pocatello that time. Just got us out of position, got a layup.
Hobson looks at another three. Good again. Last few games, he's got off to a cold start from behind the arc, but he's made his first 2 shots tonight.
Bodes well for Preston.
There's a long three put up by Ramroll is good.
Yeah, there you go. There's their center shooting a three-pointer.
Back to Hobson. Good again. This is going to become a three-point shooting contest, I'm afraid. Down low, Huff, no good, tapped out of bounds. The last touch by Pocatello. It's going to go back to the Indians. Garrett Ward into the game for the first time. Going to the bench is Rhett Robertson. Preston leading by 8, 17-9, 2:50 to play here in the first quarter.
Hobson, those last 2 3-pointers from same spot on the floor. Maybe he should hang out right there again, get another pass.
Well, that's kind of where he's standing at the moment, looking for the ball. Dunn can't get it to him. Comes back to Smaley. Bounce down low to Ward. Back out top to Dunn. A three-pointer from Scotty. That's no good. Tapped by Smaley. Tapped it to Hyde, who's fouled. Ty's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Trey Huff draws the foul. That's his first. Second on the team for Pocatello. And now here is Ty Hyde at the free throw line. First one is no good. Despite that shot by Ty, in the last several games, the Preston Indians are shooting 68% from the free throw line.
Oh,
you missed them both.
Well, you don't see that too often. Ty is a good free throw shooter, especially for a big.
Huff Had it tapped away, pecked out of midair by Scott Dunn. Here comes Scotty all the way, runs into a crowd, threw it away. Taken away as it's Downs up into the front court. Gives it to Brown for three. That's no good. A little bit of a push off by Ty. He got away with it as he might about shoved Ramroll into the next county.
Yep. Guess the refs thought they were both battling, which they were, but Ty won that one decisively.
And he pushed him about halfway to Franklin.
Yeah.
Inside, Hyde. Still drop step in the paint. They don't call the travel, but he missed the shot anyway. 1:45 to play here in the first. Quickly back up into the front court. They give it to Brown for Pocatello. Brown looks at a three, doesn't take it. Almost traveled. Ramroll, nice pass down low to Huff for an easy layup.
Yeah, penetrating through our zone. That's 2 layups right in the row from Huff on that side of the hoop.
They can get Ty out away from the basket. There's Ty, gets it down low to Dunn, waits for someone to fly by. Now they're going to wave the basket off. The foul's going to be before the shot. Dunn draws his second foul, third team foul on Pocatello, and the ball out of bounds baseline for the Indians. Lob it into Hyde. Nice pass down low to Hobson. He uses his shoulder to get some operating room.
Yeah.
He's got 11 here in the first quarter.
Great start here for Cooper.
19-11, Preston on top on the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard. 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Romero from the right elbow, good. So Romero's hit a couple of nice shots.
Yeah, hasn't really challenged Hyde at the rim with his shots, but he's been effective for Pocatello.
It's interesting, they talked about their three-point shooting, but their most effective has been passes down low, backdoor passes, right, especially to Huff. There's a pass to Smaley. Luke gets an easy layup. Extends the lead a little bit more. Here they're back out to 8 with 25 seconds to play in the quarter. Hold up for the last shot is the edict from Joe Green, where they didn't. Romero missed the shot, and that gives Preston a chance to hit the last shot. They'll give it to Smaley with 11 seconds to play. Clock runs, wants to direct traffic, still running. Coach Jones says you better get going. Get it down to the corner to Ward. 3, 2. You don't know the shot, don't know the clock. And he traveled before the shot clock had expired as Cooper Hobson comes up empty. However, Preston goes off with a lead here in the first quarter. After the first 8 minutes, they lead by 8. It's 21-13. Back with the second quarter after this on mylocalradio.com.
You know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Do you like earning interest on your money? If so, Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tremonton branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back. We'll start the second quarter. Preston up 21-13 as we go to quarter number 2 here tonight.
Good first quarter for the Indians, 21 points. Shot the ball well.
Tyler Parker into the game for the Preston Indians as it goes to Smaley, down low to Hyde. Nice pass. It was laying on him. And they're going to call the foul on the floor?
Wow, on the floor.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, Luke really threaded the needle with that bounce pass. Ty's at the line saying, I'm ready to shoot. Nope. On the floor.
No, they called it on the floor.
That's the call.
He couldn't go up because he had all of Romerell's body weight laying on his shoulder.
Right.
Smaley to bring it in from the baseline. Brings it in deep as it comes into Ward. Back to the right elbow. It goes to Hyde. Down low. There's Parker. And Romrell comes over to get the block and knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, nice pass. Tyler Parker there in the game. Just couldn't quite get it up over Romrell. Now Indians get another shot.
Hyde down to Parker. Smaley tries to go baseline. Gives it back to Parker, who's fouled. Foul's going to go on Matthew Ney. This is his first personal. That's 5 team fouls now against Pocatello here in the first half. Just 30 seconds into the second quarter.
Against only one for the Preston Indians, that is. Tyler Parker misses the first.
Tyler back up to the line. And the second one is good. Tyler Parker had one of his better games against Canyon Ridge. He had 8. Normally he's down in the 2 or 4 point range coming off the bench. 3-point attempt from the left side is short on the shot put up there by Ney. Here comes Smaley, runs down the floor, it had knocked away, and it's going to stay with Preston.
Yeah. Good run out by Luke, but he just lost the handle as they swatted at it.
Tyler Olson back in, down low for Pocatello. As that goes to Hyde, tries to go strong, but too strong. He gets his own rebound on the opposite side of the rim. Now he's able to go back off the glass and in.
Just using his strength down there, Ty, to grab that offensive board and go right back up and in with it.
He couldn't decide if he wanted to dunk it or try to lay it up.
Right, on the first one, yeah.
Three-pointer is too long, put up by Isaac Brown, but the rebound stays with Pokey. Brown from the left elbow, a little floater is in. Preston up by 9, 24-15. 3:35 left here in the second quarter. Smalley goes to Hyde at the free throw line, kicks it back to Ward for 3. That's no good. Ty's got the rebound inside, and it'll quickly go right back up with it. That's 6 in the first half here for Ty tonight, and Preston up by 11. Brown down low. Oh, it's in and out of the hands, and then it bounces across as it goes to Ty Olson, who'll be able to go up and make the layup, and he's fouled by Hobson.
Hobson was behind him and tried to swat it out of his hand a little bit there. Picks up the foul. Now we'll see Rhett Robertson in for Ty Hyde.
Olson will go to the line to shoot 1. And he completes the 3-point play. Preston back up by 8 again after the 3-point opportunity for Pokey. Smalley, Robertson, back over to Ward, back out top to Garrett. Now they come left side to Hobson, back to Robertson in the key. Turnaround jumper from 14 is a nice shot.
Like that a lot. If we can get some offensive help from Rhett when he comes in, boy, that helps us.
Didn't really need him to score against Canyon Ridge, and it's a good thing because he didn't. He had a big 0. Ball loose underneath. Taken out of the air by Olson. Put up no good. Going back up with it is Huff, and he's going to be fouled.
We got Cooper holding foul. Yeah, Cooper with an identical foul. Different Pocatello player, but again, standing behind the guy trying to shoot a layup. You just got to kind of let him go at that point.
That's 2 quickly on Cooper, 3 on Preston. And we're going to get Scott Dunn, and it looks like Riley Parker back into the game here as Cooper Hobson's going to come to the bench with his 2 fouls. And also Ty Parker comes out as well.
Huff missed that first one for Pocatello. He'll line up number 2. Oh, rolls that one out as well. So empty trip there. Preston can extend its lead.
Yeah, what went from a layup to an empty trip.
Yeah. Turned out to be a good foul then by Cooper.
Oh. As Ward's pass is intercepted, they get it ahead. It comes to Downs, lay it up and in. Good looking break.
Now some full court pressure by Pokey.
Yeah, they tried to bring the Preston offense back up higher, up into the key and keeping them away from the basket. And that's what led to the intercepted pass. Smalley with it up in the front court. Roberts to set the screen. Luke goes around it, lay it up and in. Wow. He looks like a different player all of a sudden.
Yeah, Luke's decidedly more aggressive, taking the ball to the hoop and finishing rather than looking to pass when he gets in the lane. Very successful tonight at it.
Skip pass. Across, three-point attempt put up there by Ney is no good. Parker has the rebound for Preston. Gives it off to Smalley.
Good strong rebound by Riley. Went up with both hands, brought it down strong.
Dunn in the corner. Drives out. Goes off the glass. Needs a bounce, won't get it. Parker tried to swat at it a couple of different times, and it's brought down by Trey Huff. 4:10 to play here in the first half. Driving, pulling up is Downs. Shot no good. Dunn up high to pull down the rebound. And Preston will still lead by 10 here as we go into the halfway point of quarter number 2. 30-20 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Dan Hubbard along with Lyle Fuller tonight with you tonight from Preston Gym. Parker in the corner thought about a three.
Yeah.
Now they go back out there. Dunn's out there. He'll take it. He's not shy. That's no good. Rebound comes off. It's picked up by Downs. Downs goes to Huff. He's fouled as he goes to the basket. Foul's going to go against Scott Dunn. That's his first.
Pokey just beat us down the floor that time.
They do get out and they run a fast break, and they like to get out and run. Huff, after missing two a moment ago, makes this one. And he'll have one more. Ty Hyde back in as Rhett Robertson goes back to the bench. Second one by Huff. Makes them both this time. Huff has 6 in the game. And once again, Preston leading by 8. The lead stays right about there. 8-11, right in that range.
Pocatello back in that full court press. Romrell back in for Pokey as well.
Comes to Dunn, to Ward. Smalley, get it up into the front court. Way to go, Luke. And then slips and lost the ball.
Yep.
Ahead it comes to Brown. His shot no good. Romrell underneath for the easy putback.
Smalley comes up limping a little bit. I wonder if he tweaked an ankle or something.
Yeah, he slipped over there right in front of the student section, and it's very possible when your shoe doesn't grip, you could twist an ankle easily. Luke drives, takes a little body contact to Dunn in the left corner. Now back out top to Luke again. 3 minutes to play in quarter number 2. 30-24, 6-point lead for Preston. Comes to Dunn, to Smalley, down in the corner, back out top to Parker. Trying to get it inside to Ty. Now Ty goes down. Romrell goes down with him. Smalley with it, throws it high off the glass and in.
Wow. Tough shot by Luke.
Luke had to maneuver around the extra bodies laying in the paint.
Right. Romrell and Hyde have best 2 falls out of 3 down there.
Romrell at the elbow, kicks it back. Brown for 3, good.
3-point basket, Brown.
Brown now has 5 and the lead down to 5, 32-27. As Smalley will walk the ball up into the front court. Looking for cutters to go through. Ward trying to get to the corner, but Brown took a more direct route and got a hand on the ball and knocked it into the drums over there.
Yeah, that was one of those passes that you see it coming, and so could the defender. Jump the passing lane.
Caden Hales back into the game, number 1 in blue for Pocatello. As Smalley comes to get the ball after the inbounds pass. Everybody looking over to the bench. Hyde gets it at the elbow on the right side, gives it to Parker, lay it up and in. Riley Parker had 10 in the last game, and he has his first 2 here tonight. We go under 2 minutes, 1:45 to play in the half on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. 34-27, Preston leading. Brown kicks it off, hands it to Downs, thought about it, didn't take it. Now Brown in the left corner, another 3 is good.
He's a shooter. Brown can hit from well behind the line.
Lead goes down to 4 now after the 3-point basket. Dunn Back in the corner to Smaley on the left side. Boy, they are battling, tied, something fierce as he and Romnall are battling inside. Try to get it down low to Parker, and there's so many players standing around, they just knock the ball away. Then a foul is going to go on Garrett Ward.
Yeah, Gary Carlson over there just watching a wrestling match in the low post, then calls Garrett out on the perimeter.
How much contact are you going to allow in a non-contact sport?
Right. Well, we used to say it was non-contact. Now we've heard it called as non-collision.
See, now what's going to happen is now they're going to call a cheap foul on Ty down here at the other end after he's just manhandled. Yep. There it is.
You called it. Yeah, exactly so.
That's 2 on Ty.
Ty a little frustrated, and
as he should be.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets thrown down. He gets everything but saddled and rode for 8 seconds down at the other end. As Ty comes back out, Red Robertson back into the game. Final minute here of the first half. 45 seconds on the clock. As it comes to Olson, his three-pointer needs a bank and won't get it. And that's going to be on Romrell as he's way out of control trying to go for the rebound.
I think Rhett should get a one-on-one opportunity here. It should be, 17 fouls.
Cooper Hobson comes back in. I think that just clicked over to 6.
Oh, okay.
So we'll be ball out of bounds. It'd be fouls next time they shoot, but there's only 40 seconds left in the half. Dunn quickly up into the front court, runs through a crowd, has it taken away. Here comes Downs, lays it off. Reverse layup from Brown is no good. Rebound inside to Huff, and he's fouled.
We got Riley Parker on that one.
His first. Trey Huff is going to go to the free throw line to shoot his 5th and 6th free throws of the half. Made that one.
Yeah, Huff made a living at the line here in this first half. And he's cut the lead to 3. Preston should get the ball back on a rebound or a made free throw here. And
this next free throw will be the 9th free throw of the half for Pocatello, and Huff has 6 of them. And he's knocked down 4. 25 seconds to go in the half. Full court pressure. They get it to Hobson, to Dunn. Up in the front court, it comes to Robertson. As Dunn steps into the front court, now gets the ball back. Goes to Smaley with 16 on the clock. They come out to double team the ball to Dunn. Back in the corner, it goes to Hobson. Back out top to Smaley. 8, 7, 6 on the clock. 5, you got to do something, Luke. 3,
we got to go.
2, 1. Hobson at the horn. No, air ball. That's the way the first half ends. What was an 8-point advantage for Preston, they go off. We're only leading by 2 as we go to halftime. It's 34-32, Preston on top. We'll come back and talk about the first half right after this on mylocalradio.com.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today. Since 1958, when the farmers of Franklin County rolled equipment into the fields for harvest, most of them were rolling on Ron Keller tires, because Keller Tire has the right tires for tractors, combines, swathers, bale wagons, and the trucks that haul hay and grain to market or storage facilities. To keep that equipment rolling during the busy harvest season, Ron Keller Tire also has a fleet of service trucks that make repairs in-field to minimize downtime. Best wishes for a safe and productive harvest from Ron Keller Tires in Preston and North Logan.
In business for almost 70 years, Valley Implement has been serving customers with integrity, personalized service, and accountability for generations. Their mission is to contribute to agriculture and the agricultural way of life. When it comes to irrigation, equipment, attachments, parts and service, and precision farming, Valley Implement in Preston is here to work for you. Visit them today, 213 West 8th North, Preston. Valley Implement, all things agriculture.
Do you like earning interest on your money? If so, Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tremonton branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
When you see that big green dinosaur, whether at your favorite gas station or convenience store on the side of a delivery truck, you know quality Sinclair products are available there from Hall Oil Company. Hall Oil is a family-owned and operated business that's been serving folks in Cache Valley since 1947. They're your local fuel and oil broker with a low-price guarantee. Another guarantee that's been really important this winter is that when you fill your fuel tanks with premium winter diesel fuel from Hall Oil, it's guaranteed not to gel, even when the temperature drops below zero. It's the no-gel guarantee from Hall Oil Company.
We're not your ordinary grocery store at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston. We see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market and True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery. In many ways, we're still old-fashioned. We still bake from scratch, and our bakery items are made in store. You'll never see meat with an ingredient list because our meats are all natural and cut in store. Stop in today. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by West Motors. West Motor Company is the place to go when you're in the market for a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Dodge truck, because they make you feel like it's home sweet home, because they can treat you right and they'll give you the best deal they possibly can. If you call Cache Valley home, stop by West Motor Company today and welcome home. Lyle Fuller, we saw what happens when Pocatello kind of picks up the intensity on defense as they outscore Preston in the quarter, 19-13.
Yeah, Pocatello kind of turned the tables on us, Dan. Normally we put pressure on to get more steals, leading to fast breaks. Especially in that second quarter, their pressure bothered us some. They got a number of turnovers. They got some layups off it, and they started to hit some threes as well. So great second quarter for Pokey, and not so great for the Preston Indians. Still, we come out of it with a 2-point lead, but overall, this is a dangerous team, and we've seen that tonight, Pocatello.
Yeah. Nice to see Cooper Hobson come out and start stroking it early with 3 threes in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's huge to open it up for Ty inside, and Luke Smaley also shooting the ball really well in that first half. If Cooper starts hot, that usually is a good sign for the rest of the game.
So Preston leads by 2 at the halftime break. We'll come back and we'll look at the story for the first half right after this on mylocalradio.com.
Center. Their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that 20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
Preston up by 2, 34-32 at halftime, and Lyle Fuller has a look at the first half scoring for Preston.
Yeah, the Preston Indians, Ty Hyde goes 3 for 6 on 2-point field goals. Takes one trip to the line where he missed both. I've got him down for 4 rebounds here in that first half. Luke Smaley, excellent half there for Luke. He goes 5 for 5, all from 2-point range. Scott Dunn doesn't score in that first half. Goes 0 for 1 on 2s, 0 for 2 on 3s. Excuse me, Scott had 2 free throws, so 2 points for Scott on free throws. Cooper Hobson, as we mentioned, has 11. He hit a 2-pointer and then 3 3-point field goals. He goes 3 for 3 on 3s for 11 points. Riley Parker has a bucket. Rhett Robertson also with a 2-point field goal. Overall, Dan, the Indians shot the ball really well. 11 for 15 from the 2-point area. 3 for 6 on 3s. Only 3 for 6 on free throws. But overall, really good shooting half there for the Indians.
The battle inside, Sheldon Ramnell has 9 in the first half compared to Ty Hyde's 6. Each of them have 2 as we get ready for the second half. Stay with us. Second half of tonight's game coming up right after this on mylocalradio.com.
Is a True Value at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston. Whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston. When it comes to major surgery, think small. Small town, that is. At Franklin County Medical Center, the surgical capabilities are anything but small. Partnered with the top surgeons and specialists in the region to provide advanced care to those living in southeastern Idaho. Whether it's cataract surgery, women's surgery, gallbladder removal, trauma, even a full hip or knee replacement, they have you covered. And now, they're among the few hospitals in southeastern Idaho able to remove kidney stones. See just how big the surgical capabilities really are. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Do you remember last spring when runoff water was flooding fields and borrow pits because of plugged, collapsed, or non-existent culverts? Well, now is the time to get new culverts installed, and Valley Implement and Irrigation has the culverts you need. They buy them by the semi-load, and they have poly pipes and culverts in the diameter and length that will get that water running where it needs to go in the spring. Remember, too, that Valley Implement has a great selection of used tractors and farm equipment at prices that work for your operation. See Valley Implement and Irrigation in Preston, Logan, or Grays.
Time to start the second half here tonight. Preston up by 2. They lead at 34-32, and the ball belongs to Pokey to start the second half here tonight. On what was an entertaining, physical, and well-scored first half. Hales back out top to Brown. 2-pointer just inside the arc is short. Hobson had it. They knocked it away, and it ends up in the hands of Luke Smaley.
Dan, just a couple of scores on the JV and freshman. Our JV won by 1 point, 51-50. Our freshman lost 59-45.
Wow. As down low to Hyde, spins. Down low, oh, nice pass to Riley Parker for the layup.
Found his front court mate there, sneaking in for a layup.
They came across to double team him and left Riley wide open. Ball tapped, goes to Brown. In the corner, Hales for 3. No. Parker wrestles it away. However, it comes loose, and then Romrell throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, Riley just out-muscled Pocatello for that rebound, and then Romrell chucks it out of bounds.
Tried to get it to Olsen, and Tyler was not ready for it and just went whizzing right past him. Full court pressure from Pokey. Smalley leads it up in the front court to Dunn in the left corner. Now they come back to Hobson. Smalley back to Dunn. Scotty from the left corner. Short. Ty tried to poke it away. However, it's taken out of there by Jaden Downs, who runs the dribble up into the front court. He'll pull it up short as the defenders are back. Preston sets up in a 2-3 zone. They give it to Brown, who directs traffic. Down in the right corner, it goes to Romrell. Back to Brown. A long three is way too long. The long rebound, however, comes back to Downs. Hales wants to drive, and he's held by Hobson. That's going to be 3 on Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper with a hand check. Just had his hand on him. Easy call for the referee that was standing right there. There's those long rebounds we talked about in the pregame, but you shoot those long threes, and it's hard for Ty to corral that rebound sometimes.
Hobson comes out with his 3 fouls as Garrett Ward comes back in. As it comes back into Downs. Romrell from the left elbow, no. Up high to pull down the rebound is done. Gets it to Smalley up into the front court. Luke will go to Scott. Looking inside. Again, the wrestling match continues, and that pass is intercepted. And a double dribble as Brown tried to get the quick outlet pass and double dribbled.
And Preston fortunate to get that one back. Yes. Hyde had Romrell sealed, but we just couldn't get the entry pass to him that time. Let's see what we can do here on this trip.
The pass was just a little bit too low. He couldn't get it over the little guy in the front. Parker, Hyde, in traffic, goes to Ward, laid up and in. Nice pass. Garrett with a little short little bunny puts the Indians back up by 6, 38-32. Romrell, skip pass. Back to Downs. His 3 is no good. Smalley goes up to get it as Luke pushes up into the front court. Comes to Hyde. Splits the defenders. They can't get the layup to go down.
Oh, too bad.
Here comes Downs quickly up into the front court. Back to Hales. Looks at a 3. That's no good. Rebound comes back off to Brown. His shot is blocked as it goes in the corner. Back out to top of the key. Downs looks at another 3. That's no good. Hyde takes that one away from the defenders, and Dunn down the court has it stripped away, and it's going to stay with Preston.
A lot of up and down action here so far in the third quarter. Not a ton of scoring, though. Preston will get a chance here. Well, it inbounds to Riley, and he can't find the handle.
Taken away. Hales, 1-on-2, and they're going to call the foul after they didn't call the travel.
Yeah. I thought there was a travel there as well.
Foul's going to go on Dunn, his second. That's 2 against Preston here in the second half. You mentioned not a lot of scoring so far in the second half. As Caden Hale steps to the line, he's looking for the first points of the second half for Pokey. And the first one's no good.
Yeah, Pokey's had 3 or 4 3-point shot attempts that have not gone, but now they're trying to get some easier shots from the charity stripe.
The second free throw is good. Preston's outscored Pocatello by a 4-1 margin here in the second half, and they lead 38-33 with 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. As the ball is poked loose, again picked up by Brown, flips it forward. Parker relentless trying to get to the ball and finally able to pick it up.
Good job by Riley using that size to get in there and grab the ball.
Timeout called by Preston. 4:50 to play. Preston up 5. We'll sneak the timeout in here as well. Back with more after this on mylocalradio.com.
Institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that 20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Dunn will bring the ball in after the timeout. As Smalley up into the front court, Preston with a 5-point lead. Smalley with 10 in the first half tonight. That's 4 off of his season high of 14. In the corner goes to Dunn. Back out top to Luke. He'll set up the offense again. Back to Dunn, and once again, they're tackling Tide underneath.
Ty caught that entry pass sitting flat on his behind in the middle of the key underneath the hoop.
They finally call a foul on Romrell. That's his third.
Yeah, Romrell gives up about 2 inches and 30 pounds to Ty, and he's trying to wrestle him and muscle him.
Trey Huff's going to come back in instead of let him take a shot at muscling Hyde here for a little while, as he only has one foul tonight. Down low, it goes to Ty. Ty bumps to get a little operating room, and then gets the layup.
Nicely done by Ty there to put that one up and in.
Bounce it inside to Huff. Try to get it over again. Little jumper put up by Tyler Olson is good. Huff kind of snuck that pass through all the ankles down there in the paint.
Yeah. Now more pressure from Pocatello.
Comes to Hyde. Hyde, one bounce dribble, terminates the dribble at the free throw line, then gives it to Smaley. Back to Ward on the left side, down low, back to Hyde, is able to get the entry pass. Give it back to Luke, one bounce dribble in the paint, lay it up and in.
Another assist for Ty, another basket for Luke Smaley.
Lead back out to 7 again, 42-35. Downs thought about the three, gives it to Brown. He'll take it. That's no good. Good position inside by Hyde as he keeps Huff from the ball and grabs the rebound.
Let's see if we can get Ty on the block again. Much shorter guy guarding him now. Same strategy though.
Yep,
beat him up.
As Ty goes up and over Tyler Olson, and Olson draws the foul.
Nice touch by Ty as he spins to the baseline. Shoots a little 10-footer with nice touch on it. We'll get a trip to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play now.
If he converts it, the Preston Indians will go back up by 10. As they lead by 9 here. Ty's free throw is short. He misses. He's 0 for 3 from the line tonight.
Somehow Garrett Ward came up with a rebound though.
Done. Back down low to Hyde. Huff bodies him to Smaley, lay it up, will not go down, but he's fouled.
Boy, Smaley way up in the air.
Well, they're going to call a charge on Luke.
Charge on Luke. He was trying to avoid the defender there, but couldn't get out of the way.
So that's the first on Luke tonight, third on Preston here in the second half. And hold on, we
need a towel now.
We got
something on the floor.
Sweaty bodies sliding on the floor underneath the basket. We'll get that mopped up before anybody gets hurt.
Gary Carlson down there getting her done.
Gives the towel back to Coach Jones. Full court pressure set up here by Preston as Hales will bring the ball in.
Let's see if we can
make sure they can't break somebody deep.
Yeah.
As it comes to Downs. Downs gets up in the front court to Huff. Down in the corner. 3-point opportunity from Hales. No good. As Parker tapped it. Got it to Dunn. To Smaley back up in the front court. Luke will dribble through a crowd and almost run into Dunn. Now gives it to Scotty, who takes the three. No good. Tap by Ty. No good. And an offensive foul against Ty. Nope. It's going to go against
number 12. Wait. Oh, 21. Riley Parker.
It's got it backwards. Riley Parker, his second, fourth on Preston as a team. Riley's going to go to the bench as Tyler Parker comes back in to replace him. 9-point lead for Preston with 2.5 to play in quarter number 3. And a foul, timeout called by Pocatello. We'll keep it here. Tonight's game brought to you by Stokes Market. Stokes Market and True Value is not your ordinary grocery store in Preston. No, not at all. They see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market and True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery items. Stop in and find out for yourself. They're at 217 South State Street in Preston. I was in there the other day looking for stuff, and I was impressed. That store, it has everything you can possibly look for.
Yeah, you know, with the addition of True Value, you can head over there and take care of your hard goods, your soft goods, your grocery, deli. Great place to be to find yourself. And Stokes does a lot to support the community, so they're recognized, in fact, last night as one of the businesses of the year by the Chamber of Commerce. So.
Very nice. Yeah, we've gone to lunch there several times at their deli, and boy, it's good food. 44-35, Preston leads by 9, 2:20 to play here in quarter number 3. Look inside, can't get it there. Down along the baseline, Maverick Hale into the game for the first time. Huff in the paint, blocked by Ty. Good comes off there to Ney. Ney loses it, taken away by Smaley, and Luke is going to be fouled from behind as Ney not only lost the ball, then compounded the problem by committing the foul.
I don't know why Coach Green is so exercised. Seemed like a pretty obvious foul on Ney to me.
That's 3 on Pokey as a team here in the second half. Inbound pass to Parker, lay it up and in. Tyler Parker.
Tyler let that defender fly by, puts that up and in from the left side.
Lead back out to 11, under 2 minutes to play in the quarter. Skip pass over in the corner, goes to Hales. Hales back out to Ney, swing it back around as it comes to Downs. Back to Ney, can't get a shot. The corner, it goes to Hales. Lost it, but a foul.
Gonna get Tyler maybe on a reach in, yeah.
From behind, yep. That's 5 on Preston. Still a minute of 40 to play here in quarter number 3, so that's going to add up as we get ready to head to the 4th. Jaden Downs brings it in from the baseline, and the pass is intercepted by Smaley. 2 on low. Luke
Smaley decides to throw that puppy down two-handed.
Trying to get a look at Dad and what his reaction was, but I can't see him.
Yeah, Luke showing that athleticism on that play. Down low,
and the foul inside as they get it down low to Maverick Hale. That's a foul's on Ty. That's 3 on him. That's the same as Romrell has now, as Maverick Hale will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Maverick Hale not getting a lot of playing time tonight, but he's in now. And about 6'6". He's a tall kid.
Preston now officially out of fouls, as that's their 16th foul in the half. First one for Maverick is good. Ty's going to come back over the bench as Riley Parker comes back in. Ty now with 10 points and 3 fouls in the game.
Yeah, we probably won't see him until 5 or 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter now.
As Maverick Hale makes them both.
Immediate pressure.
First 2 points of the game come out. They show pressure. Ball tipped away. Went to Tyler. Tried to get it over to Riley. It was off his hands and out of bounds. It's important now that Luke takes control and makes sure they don't play at a pace that's out of control, a little frenetic for the Preston Indians.
Yeah, and without Hyde or Robertson in there, we've got to really team rebound the ball now.
Up top, Downs swings it to Huff. Huff in the corner. Whoops. That's where Brown used to be, but that doesn't get it done.
Yeah, Huff and Brown look at each other like, well, that didn't work. So
56 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Preston up by 11. 48-37. As it comes to Dunn. Dunn's spin move to get away from his defender. Now drives all the way, and that's going to be a charging foul on Dunn.
Boy, I didn't think that was going to be the call.
That's 3 on Scott. Ball baseline backcourt. They do not shoot on a player control foul. So Pocatello is going to have to earn it here the last 40 seconds of the quarter. Kick it back out. Now quickly moves it back around to Brown. 3 from the top of the key is good.
Yeah, when Brown gets his feet set and is able to step into his shot, that's what I'm trying to say. He's really dangerous.
Parker gets it to Ward.
Get it across.
Got to get it across the timeline to Smaley. Luke will go back to Garrett. 20 seconds to play in the quarter. Now they'll hold on to it. Look like they'll set up something up here for the final shot. What was a 2-point lead at the halftime is now an 8-point lead for Preston with 9 seconds. They try to go down low to Tyler. Reverse layup is good. Good thing he dropped that because it set up the reverse layup. Its long 3-pointer at the end of the quarter is no good, and Preston leads by 10 as we go to the 4th. The fourth quarter is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. We'll take you there when we come back on mylocalradio.com.
It's refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Ty comes back out to start the fourth quarter, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. And Ty's had a tough day. He's been knocked down. He's been thrown around. He woke up this morning with a stiff neck.
Right. I'm sure.
But he's still out there.
Hasn't helped to be wrestled for 3 quarters here.
Romero back into the game to start the fourth as well for Pokey. Tyler down low to Hyde, and he takes another good whack.
Right on the neck.
Poor guy.
Well, he's kind of gingerly moving that neck around, but good pass by Tyler Parker. Tyler with a good strong dribble and a nice find.
Matthew Ney with the foul, his third. Ty back to the free throw line. The first one is good.
There we go. Ty hits his first made free throw of the night. It's his 4th attempt. Cooper Hobson back in, sat essentially the whole third quarter with foul trouble.
As Ty misses the second, he's 1 out of 5 from the line tonight. And it's 51-40, back to an 11-point lead, much like it was much of the second quarter. Brown goes to Downs, back to Brown, to Huff at the left elbow, to Romero. Lay it up and in. This is going to be on Ty. It's going to be 4.
Tyler Parker, I think, so they're going to get. Yeah, Tyler Parker,
Tyler is second.
That's one of those was the coach where you say you either foul him harder or let him go.
Yeah. Because Romero ran past Ty. That's why I thought, oh, great, this is going to go against Hyde. Romero makes the free throw. That's his first of the night. And gives him 12 points overall after the 3-point play. Lead back to 8 for Preston. Pressure here put on by Pokey. Down low, back to Hyde. Comes back out to Schmaley.
There you go.
Luke with 14 tonight. That ties his season high that he scored in the last game against Canyon Ridge.
Yeah,
They poke it away from him. As here comes Huff all the way, laid up and in. Lead down to 6 and a timeout called by the Preston Indians. 6:52 to play here in the fourth. And it gives us a chance to remind you of the fourth quarter, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, and they've been assisting Franklin County residents in their time of need since 1925. When you need their professional and understanding care, stop by their modern full-service facility just off Highway 91, just south of the city of Preston. Their doors are open for your questions or your concerns anytime. Remember, it's Webb Funeral Home, serving the community since 1925. Full timeout taken by Tyler Jones. Look at the scoreboard. 6:52 to play in the fourth. 51-45 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard here from Preston Gym tonight. Remember, tomorrow night we're going to be with you from Burley as the girls take the floor again tomorrow night against the Burley Bobcats.
Yeah, you know, Coach Hall's got our girls team playing well. Bethany Dow, transfer in from Madison, I believe it is. She's been really good for the Indians inside, and so fun to see what our girls team can do as well.
They gave Century all they could handle last night.
Yeah.
As Century won their 17th in a row. Schmaley brings the ball across the timeline. They double team him to Hyde, down low, back to Tyler Parker, lay it in.
Yeah, they waited and then they tried to jump a press onto Luke. Good find by Ty.
Lead back out to 8 now, 53-45, 6.5 to play in the contest. In the corner, they'll dump it down low, back to Huff. Goes up against Hyde and puts it in.
Good strong shot by Huff. You got to give him credit there.
It's going to become a contest between Romro and Hyde to see who gets their 4th foul first. That will be a big difference in the game. Hobson, a little runner in the lane, is short. Romno has the rebound on the air ball and gives it off to Brown, back up in the front court. Back to Romno, back to Brown. Comes around the screen from the left elbow, no good. Hyde has the rebound inside. Quick outlet is in between Dunn and Hobson and out of bounds.
Yeah, that time he just led Hobson too much or Dunn too little. Either way, turnover.
Trey shoots the 3, no good. Raw rebound comes off to Dunn, who hands it to Smaley. Luke walks the ball up to the timeline. See if they're not going to come out and try to trap the ball at the midcourt stripe this time. Right down low to Hyde. As he couldn't get it to go down. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2 here. As the foul's going to go on Matthew Ney. That's his 4th. 5 now against Pocatello.
Yeah, Ney a little guard down there trying to double team, and Ty able to draw the foul.
Ty needs the first one to roll around and stays out. Ty's still made. He's made 1 of 6 now from the line tonight as Tyler Parker comes out.
It's unusual. Maybe that's where the neck problem shows up at the free throw line, but Ty usually a really good free throw shooter.
Riley Parker back into the game. And the second one is good. Ty now 2 of 7 from the line tonight. Lead back out to 7 again. And a timeout called by Pocatello. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one here as well. Back in 30 seconds right after this on mylocalradio.com.
Home sweet home. That's where you go for a home-cooked meal, a good night's sleep, and, well, people who just like you for who you are. So if you call Cache Valley home, we hope you'll call West Motor home. Home to Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and of course home to Ram trucks. West Motor Company is home to so many car buyers in this area. It's because they treat you right and give you the best deal they can possibly finagle. Simply put, it feels right at West Motor. WestMotorCompany.com. Welcome home.
Preston leading Pocatello 54-47 as Preston tries to win their 11th in a row. In case you missed the pregame show earlier, the new poll came out a couple of days ago, and Preston moved up 1 spot in each poll. They now sit second in both the media and in the coaches' polls.
Yeah, and we'll get a crack at Minico next week. Also, Hythe Rink. Minico knocked off Twin Falls by 1 point here last week.
Get it in the front court. Brown doesn't take the shot, drives instead. Now kicks it back out top to Dunn. Now back down along the baseline, back to Huff. Drives, shoots over Hyde. That's no good. Pulled down out of the air with authority by Riley Parker. 5:05 to play here in regulation. Here in the 4th quarter, sponsored by Webb Funeral Home. Preston up by 7, 54-47 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Hyde back out off the block. Turner bumps into Romero, gives it back. Bailey with his second jam of the night.
Luke showing off those hops with a little cut through the lane and a one-handed flush that time.
His new season high for him is the 2-pointer by Brown is no good. Parker has the rebound. He hands it to Smaley. Luke now with 16. That's a new season high.
And I dare say career high too.
Dunn back to Smaley. Now we'll give it to Hobson as they start to pull the defense out a little bit. Back to Hyde. Hyde down low. Parker can't get the layup to go down. Rebounds off to Ramrell. Here comes Brown in a hurry. Right down the middle. Draws contact. No foul as he ran into Hyde. And the shot was no good.
Ty maintained that verticality there, but
up into the front court as we go under 4 minutes to play here in regulation. Smalley, Parker from the right elbow, no good. As the rebound is off, taken by Trey Huff.
Well, they're going to give Riley that shot. If he can make him pay, that'll help us a lot. Oh, he traveled.
As it traveled. That's Caden Hales going along the baseline.
Yeah, I think he heard footsteps, as we say. Saw Hyde standing there in the middle and traveled.
Tyler Olson back into the game. Trey Huff will go back to the bench. Preston up by 9, 56-47. Smalley, one bounce dribble, gets it up in the front court, goes back to Dunn. Now back to Luke to try to set up the offense. Again, they come out to try to pressure the ball in that 1-2-2 zone defense. Goes to Hyde, and Ty, boy, almost looked like he lost the ball, but they're going to say he was fouled instead.
Yeah, it's
going to go on Hales.
On Hales, okay.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure he's shooting. No,
I know, it's out of bounds. This
yeah.
is just team foul number 6. It didn't work in the second quarter, Ty. It's not going to work here either.
Stands there long enough to let him shoot. Nope.
Back to Riley Parker. Little 10-foot giving is good.
Riley Parker, 3 field goal attempts in a row for the Indians. Nice touch on that one.
He's got 6 in the game. Lead back up to 11, 58-47, 3 minutes to play. Shot no good. Parker, nope, bounced on the line before Ty could try to save it, or before Riley could try to save it, I should say. Well, 3 minutes exactly to go here in regulation. 58-47 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard.
You have to think trailing by 9, Pocatello just going to shoot more threes even.
3 from the corner, needs a bounce, won't get it. Smalley up high, and he's tied up. Then the ball's going to act. I don't know what Romrill's upset about. They get the ball back.
Right. It's like Luke come up a little ginger again on that ankle or foot.
Reaches down and grabs his left ankle. Romrill kind of threw him around a little bit, and shot and foul as Tyler Olson's going to go to the line. Foul's going to go on Riley Parker. That'll be his 3rd. 9th team foul against the Preston Indians here in the half.
Smalley, the only Preston starter who does not have 3 fouls now, just 1 on Luke.
So walking gingerly on that left ankle, and the first shot is no good. Now with him walking gingerly on that ankle, let's see if they turn the pressure up on him.
Yeah, I expect we'll see that heavy pressure from Pocatello.
Second one is good as Matthew Ney comes back in.
Yeah, Ney, another quick disruptive guard on defense. Have to get Hobson and Dunn a little more involved in breaking the press here.
Ball comes into Smalley, wants Dunn to come to meet the ball, and he does. And Smalley's telling Dunn to take the ball up into the front court. Now they get it back to him, now to Hyde, top of the key. Down low underneath, it goes to Hobson, who keeps the ball from going out of bounds. And he'll pull it back out top to Smalley. And Smalley just kind of goes, hold on, let's just slow down here a second.
Yeah, don't need to be in a rush here.
Set the offense up. Hyde at the elbow, tries to spin, loses it, but he loses it to Cooper Hobson. Back to Dunn. Dunn, look out, as Brown able to beat the ball to Smalley and lay it in. Isaac Brown now with the 13 in the game.
You got to have a little more zip on that pass.
Yeah, you have to throw that pass like you mean it. That's the danger with that skip pass.
Exactly, yep.
30-second timeout taken by the Preston Indians. 2:12 to play. Lead by 8, 58-50. Tonight's game brought to you by Idaho Salvage. If you're doing any cleanup work around your yard or garage, remember you can turn that scrap metal into cash. All you have to do is take that metal into Idaho Salvage and Metals here in Preston. They pay top dollar from anything from scrap cars to aluminum cans. So take your scrap metal to Idaho Salvage and Metals on West Oneida, right here in Preston. Still waiting for the Pokey Indians to come back on the floor.
The Preston ball, 94 feet to go.
2:12 to play. You can see the scoreboard there in the background, 58-50. Preston leads, and they have the possession arrow. However, they also have 9 team fouls. As Smalley gets it up in the front court. Gets it to Hobson. They'll let it run. 2 minutes to play here in regulation. We're in the fourth quarter, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. To Dunn. Dunn tries to split defenders, and he's fouled.
Good job by Scott of picking up the foul.
That's going to go on Ney, and that's 5 on him. So Ney will foul out. 17 fouls now on Pocatello, and Dunn's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1.
Ney, not one of their starters, but has played a lot of minutes for him here. He'll take a seat.
Tyler Olson will come back in.
Scott Dunn with a chance to add to his total of 2 free throws earlier.
The first of the 1 and 1 is good. That puts Preston back up by 9. 3-possession game, and Dunn will try to extend that as he makes it both, and it's now a 4-possession game as Dunn knocks down both free throws.
Well, Indians just need to play good position, sound defense here, make them take tough shots, uncontested shots.
Romrell banks it home.
Make them bank shots from the free throw line.
Good sound shot is not one that's about 1.5 feet too long.
Yeah.
Timeout called by Pokey after the made shot. 1:41 to play. Our last timeout coming your way. We'll take it here, and we'll be back in 30 seconds here on mylocalradio.com.
Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tree Mountain branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
Here comes Pokey back on the floor. Now Preston back out on the floor. Indians leading by 8, 60-52. Remember, for the year, they averaged about 63.5 points. So they're right on pace for their average night. But with 1:41 to play, you'd think they would score more than 3 in the last minute and a half. Up in the front court, it goes to Ward. Ward is double teamed and fouled. That's going to be 1 and 1 for Garrett as he's held.
Garrett in there to give us some extra ball handling and perimeter defense as we expect Pokey to be bombing away from the three-point line. Hale in his full court.
Caden Hales draws the foul. That's just his second. 8 on the team now for Pokey. Garrett Ward's first free throw was good.
Garrett with one more here, try to extend it back to a double-digit lead.
He makes them both.
Boy, look good.
Garrett now with 4 to lead back to 10, as you mentioned. Downs, turns, Romrell from the free throw line is no good. Hyde has it. Hyde's hacked once, twice. The third time they finally call it. Foul's going to go on Isaac Brown, just his first.
Isaac Brown about half of Hyde's size, hanging on there for dear life.
Ty said something to Brown, and he's getting a little chatting from the officials as they walk up the court.
Yeah, I think the referee's telling them just keep it under control, just cool it.
Yeah, cool it. After your place in line in the ice bath is confirmed as first. Ty's first of the 1-and-1, rattles but stays in.
There we go. Good time to hit free throws in the last 2 minutes of the game.
As we mentioned,
hit a pair, and Ward, and now Hyde hits that one.
As we mentioned, in the last 4 games, Preston was 63 of 92. Ooh. That was 68%, but Ty misses the second. quickly up into the front court. Here comes Brown. Drives over Ty High. The little floater that goes in.
Tough shot. Nice shot. Now Ty will get
now Ty all alone, and he's fouled. Hales just bumped him just enough to where he couldn't get the dunk.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to upset him. That's 3, and now that's 10 on Pokey. But Ty's going to shoot 2 anyway as he's in active shooting. This will be free throws numbers 10 and 11 on the night.
Ty, there we go. Seems to be getting in a better rhythm here from the line. Ty shoots a lot of free throws, makes a lot of free throws.
Lead back to 10.
Oh, nope.
Stays at 10 as Ty misses the second. Up into the front court quickly. Here comes Pokey, who loses it. Smaley had it and has to go back and dive on it. That should be a hell ball, and it'll go back to Preston.
Yeah, white ball. Yep, Preston ball. Minute to go.
10-point lead.
Now Luke's grabbing that elbow, too, after going down to the floor.
And now he's pushed immediately as the foul given up by Jaden Downs. That'll be 3 on him. That'll be 2 for Smaley as he goes to the line.
Luke Smaley at the foul line.
So we'll give Luke second dibs on the ice bath
right.
after the game.
Yeah, Luke's been all over here.
Ankle, elbow. Tell you what, he has played very well. As the first one rattles him but stays out. He has 16 in the game tonight.
Yeah, and that's Luke's first miss on the night. He's been perfect from the field. 0 for 1 from the line with the second coming up.
Second one, he gets the soft touch on the rim. Gives him 17. As down low, the rebound on the layup is no good. Romnell with the rebound puts it back in. And a quick timeout called here by Pocatello. We'll keep it here, which gives us a chance to remind you that Advantage Federal Plus Credit Union is a proud sponsor of Preston Athletics. They want you to meet all of your financial needs, whether it's mobile banking, free rewards banking, how about an auto or an RV loan? Advantage Plus has what you need. They have 60 years of tradition to build on. Advantage Plus is here to serve you with the services that you need and want. Stop by today and see for yourself. They're at 311 South Highway 91 in Preston. Member NCUA, equal housing lender. 52 seconds to play, a 9-point lead for Preston.
Yeah, I'd like to see us get the ball in bounds and hit your free throws. First you have to get it in bounds, and then you know they're going to foul. We have a good free throw shooting team out there on the floor right now, but we've still got to step up and hit them.
Full court press shown here by Pocatello. Hobson's got to get it in, and fearing they weren't going to get it in, Coach Jones calls timeout. So, the coaches have that clock that runs in their head.
They don't want to turn it over there and give them momentum. Yeah, then when it gets to about 3.5 on the count.
Yeah, that's when things really start to tighten up, about 3.5. Yeah. S&T Electric is also a proud sponsor of Preston basketball. That's because Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electric should always be your go-to crew, whether it's new construction, repair work, service, or new installation. You know your electrical work will be done right when it's done by S&T Electric. It's what they do. So Preston trying to extend the winning streak. They've won 10 in a row. They're 13-1 overall. And, well, I tell you what, we talked about it right off the top of the broadcast that Pocatello came in on a roll, having won 3 straight and 5 out of 6, and they're not going away easily.
Yeah, they've played well. Now Cooper Hobson
gets the head of the pack, but he'll pull it back and let the clock run here a bit.
Yeah, he could have.
As they double team along the sideline, but the foul is going to go on Ramroll.
Yeah, Cooper could have scored a layup there. I know we don't necessarily need to score again, but still, when you're that open, maybe you just go score the layup.
If you're in a situation known as layups only,
Yeah,
that was more than a layup. That was a jam.
Yeah.
But he took the foul. Now he'll go to the line to shoot two. Will Cooper, his first 2 free throws of the night. And the first one's a hair long. 45 seconds left. Preston by 9. A three possession game. Make it 10 as he makes the second.
Hobson's first points of the second half there come from the line. Now, boy, Brown with a quick three. Doesn't go.
Rebounds off to Hyde. They foul him. That's on Ramrell. That's 5. And say goodnight to Sheldon Ramrell.
Toki's leading scorer on the night will take a seat. Disqualified on fouls.
As he and Ty battled inside all night.
Yeah, good battle down there for those guys. Of course, whenever Ty caught the ball, Ramrell had help too.
Yeah, that's very true. Got a lot of help from Ty Huff when he was in the game. As Ty comes back in to replace Ramrell, and as Ty Hyde makes the first. Ty now with a dozen tonight, and back to an 11-point advantage with 37 seconds to play. So this one is all but in the refrigerator, as Chick Hearn would say.
Yeah.
As Ty makes them both. Lead by a dozen with 37 seconds left. As Preston's going to win their 11th in a row. Brown drives, goes around, Hyde, as trying to go back up with it as Olsen, and he's fouled.
Yeah, they got Cooper on that.
That's 4 on Cooper. Ty Olsen now is going to go to the free throw line to shoot a pair with 30 seconds left. As Olsen makes the first. Gives him 7 in the game.
Well, Olsen's been effective for him tonight down there, senior.
Makes them both. So again, they show full court press. They get it to Hobson up into the front court. Hobson get it back to Ward, now to Smaley. Kick it over to Dunn as they try to play keep away here for the final 19 seconds. Back to Dunn. To Hyde in the corner. He'll bring it back out to Smaley. Brown will come back out on him, but they double team the ball. Now they foul Dunn.
So yeah, Dunn will get another trip to the line out of it. Outcome decided though. 10 seconds to go and up 10.
Caden Hales draws the foul, his 4th. Scott Dunn will go back to the free throw line to shoot numbers 5 and 6 on the night. The first one is good.
All of Scott's points tonight from the line.
Oh, missed the second. His clock will start to run again with 6. A long three-pointer put up by Brown that he makes. And that's pretty much the way the game will end as the clock runs out. And it'll be an 8-point victory tonight for Preston as they win it 69-61. We'll take a timeout. The post-game show is next. Stay with us here on mylocalradio.com. This has been Preston Indians basketball. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, Lewiston State Bank, Franklin County Medical Center, My Local Radio, West Motors, Stokes Market True Value, S&T Electric, Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, Idaho Salvage, Ron Keller Tire, Valley Implement, and Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Now stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
As the seasons change, it's a good time to take a close look at your car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
We're not your ordinary grocery store at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston. We see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market and True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery. In many ways, we're still old-fashioned. We still bake from scratch, and our bakery items are made in store. You'll never see meat with an ingredient list because our meats are all natural and cut in store. Stop in today. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
Welcome back here to the postgame show tonight as the Preston Indians pick up a 69-61 win on their home floor tonight as they knocked off the Pocatello Indians and Lyle Fuller. Like we talked about there at the end of the game, we talked about it early on tonight that even though Pocatello came in with just a 6-5 record overall, they were not going to go into that good night very easily, and they certainly didn't.
Boy, yeah, they look like a good team. They're a tough team. It makes you think when we go play them at their gym, boy, what a game that'll be. Teams tend to shoot better in their own gym and at home, and boy, that'll be a good ball game up there. But a good win for the Preston Indians tonight over the Pocatello Indians. Did what we had to do, pick up a double-digit win and get out of here and put this one in the win column. But boy, Pocatello's, they're right there, kind of in that middle of the pack with Mountain Home, and there's some tough teams that can jump up and bite any of the top teams in the district. And Pokey's one of them.
So with the win tonight, Preston extends the winning streak. They've won 11 in a row. They're now have won 44 of the last 45. And as far as games played here at Preston Gym, they've won 68 of the last 93 games played here, as they certainly like the way the home cooking works.
Just a remarkable run, and now you're in district play, you've got to protect your home court. You never know when you go on the road with young players, and if you can do well at home and steal a good share of them on the road, you'll be in good shape for seeding come district tournament time.
For Preston, talking about a home floor, only 2 home games left on the schedule. The next one comes up next Wednesday night against Minico, and then the second to the last game of the year when the Burley Bobcats come here. And if it comes down to that last game of the year and something needed for seeding, or maybe for Pocatello needing to get into the playoffs, well, you mentioned the last game at their place. It's on February the 8th at Pocatello. It's going to be a dogfight.
They will. They'll be ready for us, loaded for bear. But Indians, now you get this win, and you can start looking ahead now to Minico coming to play us at our place. Minico very good this year, and it will certainly be one of those teams that will be right in the mix to try to go to state out of our district.
In the media poll that just came out a couple of days ago, Minico is ranked number 1, and still with Twin Falls ranked on top of the coaches poll, with Preston second in both of those polls. So the Indians win it. Preston Indians will win it, I should say, over the Pocatello Indians, 69-61. Lyle will look at the scores when we come back right after this.
Health West is a nationally recognized community health center that provides patient-centered health care for everyone. From newborn to complicated care, Health West is always accepting new patients in Medicaid, Medicare, insured, and even if you don't have insurance. Available in 8 locations throughout Southeast Idaho. Call 208-852-3200 for an appointment in Preston. Health West, empowering our patients and communities by providing quality, affordable health care.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
69-61 the final here tonight. Take a look at the stat sheet. Lyle Fuller has the scores.
For the Pocatello Indians, I don't have all the scores. I just know Sheldon Romrell had, I think, about 16. They're 6'5" or so senior. Then
16 exactly.
Brown had 19 or 20, I believe. The two leading scores on the night for Pocatello. For the Preston Indians, Ty Hyde, kind of an interesting game for Ty. He didn't get as many clean looks inside, certainly, but Ty, I've got him for 16 points. He goes 5 for 9 on 2-pointers, 6 for 13 from the lines for 16. Luke Smaley, 17 points. Luke, perfect 8 for 8 on field goals, and 2 of those field goals were of the emphatic variety, a two-handed breakaway dunk and then another one-handed dunk flying through the lane on a nice feed from Hyde. He tacks on a free throw, 17 points there for Luke. I've also got him for 6 assists, and I may be a little low on that 6 assist number. Scott Dunn goes 0 for 1 on 2s, 0 for 4 on 3s, but he does manage to go 5 for 6 from the line for 5 points tonight for Scott. Cooper Hobson came out blazing hot, had those 11 points right off the bat.
Right.
Finishes with 12. He goes 1 for 2 on 2s, 3 for 3 on 3s, and 1 for 2 on free throws. Spent a lot of time on the bench with foul trouble tonight, Cooper did. Riley Parker gave the Indians a nice lift tonight. He goes 3 for 5, 6 points. I've got him for 5 rebounds. Rhett Robertson came in, scored a bucket. We'll give him 2. Garrett Ward has a 2-pointer and 2 free throws for 4. Tyler Parker, 7 points tonight for Tyler Parker. 3 field goals and a free throw. And so the Indians with a good balanced effort tonight. Nobody over 20, but 3 guys in double figures and scoring from a lot of the team.
That's the key right there that you mentioned, balanced scoring, and that's really what it's going to take to be successful to run deep into the postseason.
Yeah, people they'll just key off of Ty. You know, they know that that's where we want to go, and there's a lot of size in our region. Almost every team, you haven't seen Minico yet, Dan, but they've got a 6'8" post player who's athletic. We know Twin Falls is big. Century has Rogers at 6'7" in the post. So we know we're going to have to get scoring from other guys, and it's encouraging to see that and see everybody that got in the game tonight scored. So a good job by the Indians of spreading that out.
Yep, indeed. So the Indians able to win it tonight by the final score of 69-61. We'll take our last time out. We'll come back and wrap it up and tell you what's on tap for the Indians as we continue right after this on MyLocalRadio.com.
When the farmers of Franklin County rolled equipment into the fields for harvest, most of them were rolling on Ron Keller tires because Keller Tire has the right tires for tractors, combines, swathers, bale wagons, and the trucks that haul hay and grain to market or storage facilities. To keep that equipment rolling during the busy harvest season, Ron Keller Tire also has a fleet of service trucks that make repairs in-field to minimize downtime. Best wishes for a safe and productive harvest from Ron Keller Tires in Preston and North Logan.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that 20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Well, we look back on tonight's game, and the one thing that really sticks out in my mind is the battle inside with between Hyde and Romrell. They battled Ty, they muscled Ty, they threw him around, double-teamed him, triple-teamed him. Ty hung tough and still turned in a great performance to lead Preston to the win.
Yeah, he was banged up coming in, as we talked about, and got banged around during the game, but great game for Ty. And when you get into district play, you've got to show that resilience.
Right.
And Indians, Preston Indians, that is, shot the ball really well overall. 22 for 30 on 2-point field goals. Excellent percentage-wise there. And really, I thought the difference in the second half, Dan, was we cut down on our turnovers. They really turned us over a lot in the first half and got a lot of layups. Second half, we made them earn it more in a set half-court offense, and I think that was one of the big keys to the win.
Yeah, so the Preston boys now are off until Wednesday when the Minico Spartans come in, and you said it, they have a 6'8" post guy, and it's just not going to get any easier inside for Ty.
Yeah, Coach Shippen does a great job with Minico. The Preston fans will remember a few years ago, Minico had a really good team that we had some great battles with here and there. And they're back there kind of at that level again with Matson, and they have another 6'5" wing who's really good. Minico's a good team, and that'll be another really good battle for us. A lot different than Pocatello because they're a lot bigger, but it'll be a good battle.
Well, we'll look for that next week, and we'll look for you next week as well when Minico comes to town.
Be glad to be with you again as always. It's a lot of fun. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's Lyle Fuller with us here on the broadcast tonight. And as we mentioned, the next game for the Preston boys is next Wednesday when the Minico Spartans come to town. The pregame for this important matchup is at 7:10 on Wednesday night. Tip-off set for 7:30. You can catch the game on mylocalradio.com. Next game for the girls, our next broadcast, is tomorrow night as the girls head to Burley. They'll take on the Burley Bobcats tomorrow night. As once again, the pregame show will get underway at 7:10, tip-off at 7:30. Tomorrow night's game will be a simulcast on the radio, both at 105.5 FM and AM 1340, along with mylocalradio.com, where you can catch the play-by-play and the video feed as well from Burley High School. So that'll wrap up the game here for tonight. As the executive director of Preston Broadcasting Sports is Val Cook. Our studio coordinator tonight has been John Beverly. Special thanks to Jake Fuller for running our camera tonight, for running our video feed. We appreciate that very much. So until next time, for Lyle Fuller, I'm Dan Hubbard. Thank you for joining us tonight. As we remind you again of the final score, the Preston Indians knock off the Pokey Indians 69-61. Until tomorrow night, good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting LLC and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting LLC.